favourite story, given we've an Aussie MP here. I'll claim a little bit for Australia's history, as well as producing Paul Keating in this region. I'm not sure he's your colour.
He is.
We celebrate two families here, but two women in particular. One is Maria Mara. There's an identical chest to this just outside the door on the right hand side. Please have a look at it. I should mention I'm of a teacher. So I have a great love and a great respect for the teaching profession. But the one out there is dedicated to Maria Mara, and this is dedicated to the Nocton sisters. And these were women who were removed from workhouses, requested to leave workhouses, and went to Australia. In these cases, as part of the Earl Grey scheme, but there were other assisted migration schemes. Maria Mara had 12 children, all of whom lived. If she'd had 12 children in the 19th century, mid-19th century Ireland, as you appreciate, maybe 5. And she became a teacher. She taught for the best part of half a century in Australia. At the start for free, and I think again at the end for free. I often think about the amount of lives she touched in Australia, because Australia was only beginning to stand up as a country. It was at a very early stage, again, 80% male. So they needed young girls to go. And this is dedicated to the Noctons. And I'm a soft spot for the Noctons because I think they lied about their ages. In fact, we're fairly happy that they did. So two of the Noctons also leave from a village called Tina, which is just up the road. And they go to Australia as part of the Earl Grey scheme, marry in Australia, and obviously work their socks off out there. And they send home money for their sister and their father. The scheme was intended as an orphan scheme and is referred to as an orphan scheme. But I think Gray was a very shrewd guy and doesn't get enough credit for the fact that his definition of orphan was not living with both your parents, which meant that every girl in the workhouse has got to go. And if I'm allowed a little bit of Irish bias, the Irish girls thrive. They're made for it. They're able to toil in the fields with the man, keep house as a woman is supposed to in that era. They're from a rural agrarian background, made for hard and heavy lifting. Leave in 1848-49, again they're after 2 or 3 years of unbelievable hardship. To survive that, they can survive anything. Passage won't knock anything out of them. Whereas to be fair to the English girls, they're coming from cities. They're that one generation removed from what they need to know. And I suppose the special part that I often think, the last ingredient is when the Irish girls get these chests, which are filled with some things that are useful like towels, blankets, sewing kits, wool, soap, and a lot of things that are useless in Australia, like there was 6 different types of underwear. These girls were that, some of this stuff. Mittens, not exactly a prerequisite for New South Wales, but they call them dowry boxes. It's a lovely ingredient in Irish culture that will help them. The English girls term these chests travel boxes. And I think that would afflict a switch in the Irish girls that would have been useful because they married almost immediately. And it may not have been easy, and in 2018 we might look back on that you've 15-year-olds getting married and you might look at it with discomfort. But this was the era, and this was not unknown, certainly in Ireland. My favourite, or the witty part of it, is we had Professor Christine Keneally here last year from Quinnipiac University, and she's the definitive expert alive on this period in Irish history. And herself and Dr. Jerry Moore were discussing how the workhouse masters determined what girls would go. Okay? So if you just look at the 3 workhouses here in the immediate area, we were only under construction, so the Noctons, and even though they're from here, and Maria Mara is from town here, they left Loughrea, but they were illiterate. Many of the girls going weren't. And I think Loughrea picked the best and brightest. I think they picked girls who were generally within the right age, or certainly claimed to be in their teens, and girls who could read and write and maybe had a real shot at it. The master in Nina picked the best looking girls. He wasn't too bothered, I think, in terms of education. And you know what, that wasn't a bad thing. That may not necessarily have been a bad thing. They would have a good shot when they went out there. But the guy in Parsonstown, which is now known as Bor, got rid of all, basically, all ones, as somebody termed them. He got rid of girls and women who'd been there a good while. And it was clear that he was choosing girls who'd been in Parsonstown since the very start. And he was thinking to himself, I'll never shift these unless I shift them this way. And they were moved on out. But generally they all did very, very well. It's thanks to the Aussies, because I think Australia and Ireland were light years behind America and Britain in terms of genealogy. And I think the Aussies have probably passed most countries out now. And we've gotten really good in the last few years, because I went online a few years ago and I was scathing because we need to do more. And to be fair to the Irish government, they have. Like, we have a lot of important genealogical documents that I know you guys are interested in, digitising up online now. The Plopping books, Griffith's valuation, the census of 0111, and what isn't made free, even the birth certificates and marriages are being put up. There's a lot of them that are free, you can just click in, and more to come. So that's a very good thing.